to worship him alone. He sent the messenger to call the people to Tawheed, and the noble Quran is concerned with the Aqidah of Tawheed in most of its surahs, and it explains the harm of shirk for the individual and the society. Shirk is the reason for destruction in this life and the reason for eternal destruction in the fire of Jahannam. Verily, the messengers began their call with Tawheed, which they were commanded by Allah to convey it to the people. He, the Most High, said, We have not sent before you from the messengers except we inspired to him that he is the only one worthy of worship. So worship him. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِنْ قَبْلِكَ مِنْ رَسُولٍ إِلَّا نُوحِي إِلَيْهِ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنَا فَاعْبُدُونِ. The Messenger of Allah stayed in Mecca for 13 years while he called his people to the Tawheed of Allah, and he called to him alone without associating anything with him. It was regarding this issue that Allah revealed the following verse to his noble messenger. Say, Verily, I call to my Lord, and I do not ascribe any partners to him at all. قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَعْبُدُ رَبِّي وَلَا أُشْرِكُ بِهِ أَحَدًا. The noble messenger brought up his followers upon Tawheed from the time of childhood, and he said to the son of his uncle, his cousin, Abdullah ibn Abbas, When you ask, then ask Allah, and when you seek help, then seek help from Allah. Classified as Hasan Sahih Sumiti. This Tawheed is in reality the religion of Islam, which is built upon it, and anything other than it is not accepted by Allah. Verily, the Messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, taught his companions to begin their call to the people with Tawheed. So he said to Mu'adha ibn Jabal, when he, peace be upon him, sent him to Yemen. So he let the first thing call them to be the testification that none has the right to be worshipped except Allah, and another narration that they worship Allah alone, narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. Tawheed is embodied in the testification that none has the right to be worshipped except Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah.
Yes, sir.
Its meaning is that there is no one who is worthy of deserving worship except Allah, and there is no worship except that which the messenger of Allah came with. It is this testification which allows a non-believer to enter into Islam, since it is the key to Jannah, and the one who testifies to it and believes it enters into paradise, as long as he does not invalidate it by shirk or a word of disbelief. The disbelief in Quraysh offered the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, kingship, wealth, and wives, and other than that from the pleasures of his life, in exchange for him abandoned the call to Tawheed, and abandoned the attacks against the idols. However, he did not desire that from them. Rather, he continued his call and endured the onslaught along with his companions, until the call to Tawheed was victorious after 13 years, after which Mecca was conquered and the idols were destroyed. The Messenger of Allah never recited, Truth has come and falsehood has vanished. Surely falsehood is ever bound to vanish. وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا. Tawheed is the preoccupation of Muslim in his life. So he begins his life with Tawheed and he ends his life with Tawheed. His task in life is to establish Tawheed and the call to Tawheed, since Tawheed unifies the believers and gathers them upon the statement of Tawheed. So we ask Allah to the statement of Tawheed, La ilaha illa Allah, there is no God but Allah. Our last words in this world, and we ask Him to gather the Muslims upon the statement of Tawheed.
Takbir.